tank spreader was developed because there was a need in the marketplace to apply adhesives and coatings in that gap between using a 9-inch paint roller dipping into a bucket or an expensive and elaborate spray and pump system. So you need to be able to apply a lot of material in a consistent and even fashion. So that's why we developed this. The roller on this is a carpeted roller. The reason we use carpet as a nap is that the strength of the nap of the carpet withstands the rigors of going over lots of bumps and uneven surfaces of the roof. We have three sizes of tank spreaders. We have the 14-inch and with a replaceable roller, the 27-inch, and the 40-inch. The 40-inch roller, actually, if you figure it out, 3.3 feet long. It doesn't take long to walk, say, 100 feet. Let's say you walk 100 feet in a minute. Well, you do the math, you've just covered over 3 squares of roof. That's a lot of material to be putting down as you walk along. You also have the consistency of even coverage. If you need more coverage, we have what we call our coverage rate rollers. Coverage rate rollers have a ring. The weight of the spreader, when you turn it over, rides on the ring. And so any coating or adhesive that you're putting down, more material goes under because the rings are thicker. We have a high, a medium, and a low ring. The high coverage rate roller covers about 3 to 3.5 gallons per square. The medium is about 2.5 gallons per square, and the low is about 1.5 gallons per square. But most contractors prefer just to use the straightforward carpeted roller. It seems to work really well. Now, when you're using this, the key that you want to keep in mind is the running puddle. We use that term a lot. And the reason is, as you walk along, your eye can see the front of that roller. And that running puddle ensures that you're getting a good coverage rate. If you walk so fast that that puddle disappears, then you're making a lot of work for the guys behind you who are doing touch-ups. So you want to make sure that you always have that running puddle. Now, if you're using, say, an acrylic is a thinner material than a silicone. So the 1/4-inch holes that come in the tank are fine. 1/4-inch holes, 1 inch on center work out fine. But with, say you put down a silicone, the silicone material requires a heavier application in a lot of cases. So what you want to do is open up the holes. When you open up the holes of the tank, you want to open up the centermost holes. You don't want to open up the outside. If you think about that, it just makes sense. As you walk along, you don't want a big ribbon running down either side. You want that running puddle to sort of feather out. So when you open up the holes of the tank, only open up the centermost holes. 5/16, when you go from 1/4 to 5/16, that's quite a bit. Most contractors, when they're using silicone, end up with 3/8 of an inch hole. The beauty of the tank spreader is that you just get up on the job and it's like a hammer, right? You can use it how you want to use it. Everybody has their own little techniques that they come up with. So when you first use it, if you've never had the tank spreader before, give yourself the first hour just to play around with it. What's the hole size? What's the material I'm using? What's the substrate I'm going over? All those factors come into play as you get the machine set up. And it doesn't take long before you start walking along. You got a couple guys following behind you. So the guy with the coating is getting it ready to refill the tank, and you get into almost an assembly line process when you use the tank spreader. We have literally seen billions of square feet of roofing go down with the tank spreader. And it's made a lot of money for a lot of contractors, and I hope it'll do the same for you. Thanks for watching.